What's up YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. JimIJust13 here with another video today. Today we're going to do a new video series and it's going to be based off of my American Airlines collection. It's important to make these videos because due to the nature of my hometown airlines hub, it's hubbed by American Airlines, and that brings in a lot of variables in terms of it kind of dictates what airplanes I do get on a more frequent basis as opposed to collecting for personal reasons. And also I do the Phoenix Sky Harbor Airport on a regular basis as of now. And again, another American Airlines hub. So it's just important to maintain a very up-to-date American Airlines collection. So since my collection video, I had about 5 new American Airlines planes since then. So we'll kind of do this on not a frequent basis, but more so on a, maybe every few months I'll do an American Airlines collection update, and we'll just do how we would, proceed on with any other collection video. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and start with the heavies actually. We'll start with the A330-300 up here. So got a few of those from the previous video. If you saw the collection video, there's nothing different here. Just a couple A330-300s. Sliding on down, this is a newly purchased model. This is the American Airlines 777-200 One World. I don't know if the last video I mentioned that we actually did get a 777 base. I'm not sure if the news came out before that video or after. I can't really remember. But we did get a 777 base, so over time we're going to start seeing a lot more 777, so I definitely need to build that up as well. And that was the kind of the first start. This whole row is A330-200s. The first one's NG models, and then the next two are Aero Classics, and then all the rest of these A330-200s are all Gemini jets. And then scooting on down, we'll finish that row up here with the last A330-200, which is the last Gemini jets one, like I mentioned. And then here's the American Airlines 767-300 One World. American Airlines, or a couple 757s in a new livery. And then the One World 752 Legacy American plane, and then the MD-80 as well. So scooting on back here, we got the Heritage planes, AirCal 738, TWA 738, One World 738, and then all the rest are standard liveries. Here's the American Airlines 738, and then there'll be 3 more after that one. All right, scale back here. And then here's another newly acquired plane. This is the A321neo. We get this on a daily basis now, about 1 a day, typically from Los Angeles, Phoenix, Salt Lake City, San Francisco. It really doesn't, it's been more consistent from Los Angeles recently, but I will, go on the limb and say it has come in from a lot of different routes, but it's been primarily Los Angeles for the last 3 or 4 weeks or so. So good to see that plane here. It's a really nice plane. Phoenix actually gets this plane on a, on a normal occurrence. They were one of the first hubs to get the A321neo. So definitely a plane that I needed anyways. We'll definitely look forward to getting more of these in the foreseeable future. Sliding on down to a plane we actually do get scheduled as well, technically on a scheduled basis, is the Charlotte A321. Great plane as well. Again, I screwed the pooch on this one. Should have got a few more of these at the time. They're ridiculously expensive on eBay right now. So I'm going to have to cough up at some point, or just kind of hope that they do another release. Kind of how they do with the Southwest planes. They do like a second release or whatever. So we'll see. And then here's the famous A321 debacle model. It's obviously a lot better now because I super glued everything. Lost the tire piece, of course. I don't even know where that went. I don't even care at this point. But all the wings were super glued, and the landing gears were super glued as well because those were broken too. So just an unfortunate event there. Okay, and then you see the 2 A320s that got a little extra tan in the sun. So I'm not really sure again what the deal is with those, that job from Gemini Jets. It's, I don't get how you make this plane, that plane, and then you go over to this plane, and those previous planes I just showed you were released before these 2 A320s. So I'm not really sure where they mess this up and how it's even possible. It's just Gemini Jets alone, that's a whole nother debacle. One day I'll make a video just fully just a good rent video, probably a civilized rent video, of course. But they really frustrate me a lot. And then moving on to the A320s, the other two A320s. These ones are the CFM engines. The previous ones were the IAEs. And as you can see, these ones actually, the coloring is good. The engine sizes are not good, but at least the coloring is good. So they got something right there. And then sliding on back, we got the A319s. So this is the Aero Classic A319, which is actually a really rare model on eBay. I mean, looking at the prices, you can still find these A319s for, you know, obviously it's still expensive, don't get me wrong. You can still find them for about 50 to 70, which is the 70 tops, that's expensive. 50 for the rarity, and this, considering these A319s are actually a good mold, I would consider that a decent pickup for the rarity. I got 2 of those as of recent. They just didn't get here in time for the video, and I've been, with the weather being so bad here, I just couldn't itching to make this video. But still, anytime I find these, I usually pick these up. But yeah, so in the next time or some other video, you'll see a couple more of these on the airport. But yeah, this was the Aero Classic, really nice plane. You know, obviously it's the Aero Classic mold, so it's a little bit different than the Jimmy Jet ones. Honestly, like I mentioned in many videos, I don't know what happened to the 2015 Jimmy Jets, but this was absolute fire. This is honestly one of my, you know, my favorite narrow body planes because the mold's perfect. The livery, it's kind of, you know, I think the coloring's fine. It's a little dark in this room, so don't, you know, keep that in mind. I think it's on, you know, I think it's on point when it's in daylight. It is a dreary day here in Charlotte, so it might look a little bit darker naturally, but you know, that's just how I see it. But moving on, yeah, like I said, I have a couple of these. There's some more on the way. They just didn't make it in time for the video. And then we got the American Airlines Embraer 190, the American Eagle Embraer 175, and another Embraer 175. The only difference between these two is the one has the enhanced winglets and the other one has the standard one. And last but not least, the American Eagle Embraer 145. So that kind of concludes all this. Like I said, the American Airlines fleet is definitely growing at a rapid pace for me. I'm looking to getting some more. I'm scouring for A319s currently as we prepare for the next airport updates for Charlotte and Phoenix. It's just important to maintain, you know, just an updated fleet and a dense fleet as well. Even though the whole pandemic is still proceeding on, Charlotte still has about 4 or 5 banks of flights a day. They range about between 50 to 80 flights depending on the time. So probably about an average of 60 flights per bank. So it totals up to about 350, 380 flights per day. The last statistic I saw was Charlotte actually had more flights a day than the American hub in Dallas, and it also was busier than Atlanta. So Charlotte's holding its own. It's a low-cost facility to operate out of, so it makes it a lot cheaper for the airlines, or especially American, to run a lot more flights and kind of create a better profit margin and keeping their costs a lot down as well. So Charlotte's going to be really good coming out of this whole pandemic. So I'm looking forward to the future of the airport. So I'm definitely just going to make sure I stay on top of the equipment so we can keep keep one of the most realistic airports out there in terms of the Charlotte airport. That is the ultimate goal. So thank you for watching the video. If you enjoyed this content, please like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.